सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नाम रूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Yes, somebody. Okay. Please breathe. Huh? Yeah. Yes.
What were you saying?
Yes.
Swamiji completed the first Taranga, Pratama Taranga, and before completing it, he highlighted some important essence of the Tippani, which was given at the end of the Sambandha Nirupani. And he said the essence of the Tippani, which was regarding showing the benefit of the Anubandha of Sambandha. What is the importance of that? He said that there are two types of Sambandha, Samanya Sambandha and Vishesha Sambandha. And Samanya Sambandha has to be there first before Vishesha Sambandha can be there. So in this regard, he said that the Samanya Sambandha, for example, unless the Samanya Sambandha is given, the Vishesha Sambandha cannot be given, and then the clarity and the Vishesha Sambandha in the form of utility cannot be given. So for example, the Grantha and the Brahman, the Grantha Brahmas should be connected first, then the Brahman contributes to the Grantha by being the Vishaya, and the Grantha contributes to Brahman by being the revealer. And this revealership is in a different way because Brahman is not objectifiable, so that's why it is said Atadvayaditya. So with this, the essence, he said that the usefulness of the Sambandha can be indicated only when they are two connected, hence the importance of Sambandha. Then Swamiji briefly summarized the thing, mainly to highlight what is the unique feature of this text. So this particular Pratama Taranga had 49 sections, and which first to 11 was mainly talking about the Jnana Sloka. And before that, Swamiji completed the last part of the verse. Yastu sadhana sampanno jignasu pratamam pate imam tarangam sakatam muktosau natra samshayara. So this is the phala, gives the phala of doing the Pratama Taranga. It's one who is endowed with sadhana statushtiya sampatti or jignasu, who studies this first Taranga, or who studies this Taranga first regularly, he will be definitely free, there's no doubt about it. And the samshaya not being there is because the Mangala Charanam itself is in the form of presenting Advaitam, and the person who is a Uttamadhikari will understand, there will be no doubt about it. Then in the summary, Swamiji mainly highlighted the part about the Anubandha Chatushtaya, where the Adhikari was Nirupanam was exhaustively done. And in that it was said the Jnana Utpatti sadhanas were two, Vivekadi and Shravanadi Chatushtayam. Vivekadi Chatushtayam and Shravanadi Chatushtayam. And Vivekadi Chatushtayam leads to Shravanadi Chatushtayam. And initially Shravanadi was said to be the means for Jnanam, and later it was refined by talking about the Sakshatkara for Aparuksha Jnanam. Aparuksha Jnanam, Sakshat means the direct means for Aparuksha Jnanam. Sakshat Sadhanam for Aparuksha Jnanam. And in that, the Granthakara states that the Shrotrendra Sambandha or Shruta Mahavakya is the Sakshat Sadhanam for Aparuksha Jnanam. And then he said that the Shravanadi has its place in being Pratibandha Nivartika. and removes the pratibandha. And this suggests that there is this three types of Shravanam is expressed here. And practically, when we look at it, the Shravanam can be divided in this order as first being Tattvam Padartha Vichara Rupa Shravanam, and then the second is Mahavakya Vakyartha Rupa Vichara Rupa Shravanam, and then the last one is Tattparya Nirnaya Katma Vichara Rupa Shravanam. Because the first two will give the vision of Vedanta, and the third one removes any doubts, Pramanagata Samshaya, raised by the other parties. So this is a unique feature of this Sadhana Chaturshti, of this Pratama Taranga which was given. Then the second Taranga was started by Swamiji, and in this Taranga it is Anubandhanam Visheshatah Nirupanam is done, and the purpose for this is mainly because there are several objections. Puru Pakshi objects to the definition of moksha, to the Anubandha presented in the first Taranga. And in this example that Swami gave, there's a Tippani which gives an example which shows that Visheshata Nirupanam, why it's necessary here. He says that just like a householder builds a house, wants to build a house, and he is obstructed from building the house by a neighbor who puts a case against him, and through the judge he resolves the case, and then he establishes the right to ownership, and he's able to build the house. Similarly, in the Vratakara is ready to continue, but he is after the Prathama Taranga, Samanya Anubandha, but he is stopped by the Purva Pakshi Akshepas, objections which are raised, and said, therefore, with the help of Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava, and other Pramanams, he has to first establish the ownership, the correctness of his view, and then only he can proceed with the Pravita. So, in the earlier Taranga, the Samanya Anubandha was given, and it was said briefly, but now it is given in elaborately. And the first, the Akshepa, and this is in the form of Akshepa, mainly regarding the Moksha Swarupam, which was mentioned.
In the beginning,
Moksha Swarupam, which was mentioned in the Buddhism. So Adhikari Vishaya Akshepa is given from 40 to 43. And the first one was the Dukkha Nivrittau Akshepa. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikari Iti Purvam Pratyapadi. It was presented earlier that the Adhikari is the one who is endowed with Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna, and Teshu Sadhaneshu Mumukshata Nama Eka, Sacha Sadhaneshu Uttama Mumukshata Nama Tivrataram Moksha Icha. So, in this, of these sadhanas, the moksha is one of the sadhanas, one of the qualifications. Mumukshata. Mumukshata is one of the qualifications, and this mumukshata is considered to be an important qualification, and it should be in the form of intense desire for moksha. And then the moksha swarupam, which was mentioned earlier, we said here, moksha is slopadana karana jagat nivritya upalakshita brahma vapti iti uchyate. That means the attainment of Brahma, which is indicated by the removal of this jagat, the world, along with its cause, which is Mula Vidya, which is the material cause. So this is defined as the moksha, Swarupam of moksha. Atra moksha lakshana Gataka Visheshana Rupa Pratama Amshe Swapadana Karana Jagan Nivrittau Purapakshi Sankate. So Atra Purapakshi Sankate. In this regard, the Purapakshi raises a doubt regarding the first part of the definition, because the definition was Anartha Nivritti and Brahma Prapti. So Anartha Nivritti, which is in the form of Agyana and Tatkarya, which is cause of dukkha. Tatkarya, Agyana Karya.
Karya Nivritti.
Nivritti. Agyana and Tatkarya Nivritti.
The first part.
Which is the first part. He raises a doubt about that. Regarding the part of the removal of the world along with its cause. With that, he has a doubt. Mula Vidyaya Saha Jagannasham Na Kopi Yanchati. Na Kopi Vanchati. He says nobody really desires or wants the total destruction of the world along with its cause. Nobody is desiring that. Kintu Viveki Tapatriya Nivritti Matram Vanchati. Really what he wants is only the removal of the threefold afflictions or sorrows. And these sorrows, Tapatraya, are Adhyatmikam, Adibhautikam, and Adidaivikam. And he explains what these three are. And he says that Adhyatmikam is related to the individual body-mind complex. And it's in the form of, in the body, fever, diseases in the form of fever, cancer, or any other, or hunger, thirst, and mental problems, or anything else which is born. All these are called Adhyatmika Tapatraya.
We are talking about the dukkha.
Sharire,
Dukkam,
they are
which
the
is
afflictions.
dukkam, which is born of this.
Yeah.
This Jwaradi is not called Adhyatmikam dukkam.
Jwaradi
Jwaradi
is
Janya.
So the afflictions born of fever and hunger, thirst, etc. is the affliction, is called Adhyatmika. And the second one is Adibhautikam, is Chor Vyagra Sarpadi Janya Dukkam Adibhautikam. The dukkha which is born of thief or tiger or elephant, which related to the, so not elephant, snake, even elephant.
ठीक है elephant भी उसमें आदि by आदि पता है
related to the surroundings around you and not you are not directly responsible. Then the third one was Adidaivikam, Yaksha Rakshasa, Preta, Pishacha, Grahadi, Janyam, Shita Vata Tapadi, Janyam, Cha Dukkam, Adidaivikam. And the afflictions or sorrow which is born of natural forces or by celestial beings like Yaksha Rakshasa.
Esoteric beings. Esoteric, you know what is esoteric?
Celestial.
Means that which are not the entities of the regular world.
Unworldly.
Esoteric you have heard?
Not
ESOTERIC.
Unworldly, not non-worldly, not from this world.
Means not, but the author Tippanikara is going to define in a particular way. But those who are the mystical entities, that is esoteric or esoteric.
So here he names all these Rakshasas, Pretas, spirits, ghosts who possess the person, and also natural forces like cold, heat, and wind, and these are all causing afflictions, and they are Adidevika.
Up to this only we have seen, no?
Up
to this, Etat Devruti we have not seen.
No.
Okay. So Dvitiya Taranga is having the title Anubandhanam Visheshataha Nirupanam. Visheshataha means specifically, or in an elaborate manner. Specifically and elaborately, Nirupanam, presentation of Anubandha, is the title of this Dvitiya Taranga. And Tippanikara explained that it is something like somebody wants to start a house and somebody objects about the land position. Then he has to get the order from the judge and then only he can start. Similarly, Granthakara presented the Anubandha Chatushtayam in general, and he was about to proceed in his text, about to proceed in the presentation of the other subject matter of the text. Then he is objected, and therefore now what is he doing is he is not going to the subsequent part of the text. Therefore, lastly, I wanted to clarify. Shruti Yukti Anubhavadi Pramanavalambhanena Swapaksham Samsadhayan. So establishing his own view with the support of the Pramana such as Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava, etc. Swapaksham Samsadhayan. Establishing his view with the help of these Pramanas. Grantham Arabhate. He starts the Grantham is Grantha Shesham. The subsequent text, the remaining text Arabhate. Grantham is Grantha Shesham Arabhate. So he starts the second Taranga. Here Grantham refers to second Taranga. Is it clear? So Samsadayan Ivam Grantham Arabhate. Establishing means for establishing he starts the second. So the second taranga is meant for establishing what he has said in the first taranga. Is it? It is something like a manana sthaniya for the first taranga, which is Shravana sthaniya. Alright. Even first taranga look like banana only, but this is for the manana. Okay. Is it clear? So, samsadayan. So grantha marabhate doesn't mean the subsequent subject matter starts. This grantha, second taranga, he starts. Alright. And in the beginning, there is akshepa regarding adhikari. And regarding adhikari also, there are three akshepas are there. Four akshepas, not three. Four akshepas are there. And in adhikari description, it was said that adhikari is the one who has got sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. And in sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, one of them is mumuksha. And mumuksha means desire for moksha. And moksha is Dvaita prapanchasya sakarana nivrutti sahita brahmananda prapti or brahma prapti. So moksha has got two aspects. Ajnana sahita dvaita prapancha rupa anartha nivrutti, and second is brahma prapti. And of these two, the first part is now focused by Purvapakshi. So he is objecting the first part of the definition of moksha. To make it simple, we will say moksha has got two aspects. One is Dvaita Nivrutti, Karana Sahita Dvaita Nivrutti, and second is Brahma Prapti. Now, Purvapakshi is objecting that first part, Karana Sahita Dvaita Nivrutti, which is otherwise called Anartha Nivrutti. That is objected. He said this type of moksha, the moksha which is characterized by the removal of Dvaita Prapancha with ignorance, is not desired by anyone. So, Dvaita Nivrutti is an aspect of moksha. And Dvaita Nivrutti is not expected by anyone. Therefore, what? Moksha is not expected by anyone. The type of moksha you are talking about is not expected by anyone. It means what? Mumuksha bhangaha. Mumuksha rupa sadhana bhangaha. Therefore what? Adhikari bhangaha. Therefore what? Anubandha chatushtaya bhanga. Therefore what? Grantharamba anupapatti. So it has got repercussion up to that. Alright, so he said, Mokshaha cha sopadana karana jagat nivrutyupalakshita brahma vaptihi. Attainment of Brahma indicated by the removal of the world along with its material cause, ignorance. And here, Moksha Lakshana Ghataka Visheshan Rupa Prathamamshe Sopadana Karana Jagan Nivritto Purvapakshi Sankate. Purvapakshi objects or doubts, creates doubt regarding Jagan Nivritti, removal of the world along with its material cause, which is the Prathama Amsha, the first part, which is in the form of Visheshana, which is the part of the definition of moksha. Here, moksha lakshana ghataka eva visheshana, that we have to do. Or if we do moksha lakshana ghatakasya visheshana, then moksha lakshana ghataka will be brahma vapti. Okay, I mean both ways it can be done. But to make it simple, we will say moksha lakshana ghataka eva visheshana. Is it clear? Moksha lakshana ghatakaha refers to what? Moksha lakshana is this sopadana karana jagan nivrutti upalakshita brahma vapti. The moksha lakshana ghataka is sopadana karana jagan nivrutti. And that Ghataka is what? Visheshana Rupa. This is the Prathama Amsha of what? Moksha Lakshana. With regard to that, this Sopadana Karana Jagannivritti, with regard to that, Sankate. Is it clear? To make it simple, Jagannivritti is one aspect of Moksha Lakshana. Brahma Vapti is another aspect of Moksha Lakshana. And now there is a objection regarding Jagannivritti aspect of Moksha, which is the object of desire in Mumuksha, and which is a qualification of a Adhikari, which is a part of Anubandha. That's right. Okay. So like that we have to connect. So Shankate, what that nobody wants Mula Vidya Saga Jagannasham na kopi vanchati. Nobody desires. Kintu Viveki Tapatraya Nivrutti matram vanchati. What any discriminative thinking person wants only the mere removal of the threefold affliction. And Tapatraya is Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidevika. And this Tapatraya well described by the author. Now footnote is there, that third footnote. Mula Vidya Saha Jagannasam na kopi vanchati. Nobody desires the destruction of the world along with Mula Vidya. And what is the idea conveyed by this statement? That is explained by the Tippanikara. The essence is that why should anybody bother about the world being there? We want to be free from the problem, not the world itself. We want to be free from the problems in the world. I want to be free from the problems in the body. I don't want to be free from the body itself. Like person, he has got problem with somebody. So really speaking, he has problem with the person means he has problem with some aspects of the person. And he or she thinks that this person cannot be free from that aspect, and therefore he wants divorce. Otherwise, if that person says, what all you have problem with me, I am ready to change. Tomorrow you see, one day you give me. So he said, tomorrow onwards we change. Then no problem. We always have problem with the aspects of the person. So he said, we have problem with the affliction in the world, not with the world itself. In fact, people want the world to be continued. Only I want the world without problems. Like people want marriage life, but marriage life without problems. Or sannyasa life, but sannyasa life without problem. Therefore, people are doing some adjustment. They want sannyasa also, and in grihastha ashrama facilities also. Sannyasa ashram, but without the difficulties of sannyasa ashram. That's what people are trying. Like they want to be in the forest, but internet also want. The forest is there and the internet is not. No, that I don't want. That's what our approach is always that. We want the best of everything, best of east and west, they say. That's what we want. That's what he says. In Tippani, he says, very beautiful example. He says, Nahi bhikshukaha santi iti sthalyaha na adhishriyante. He said, our approach is not that. Bhikshukaha santi. There are beggars. People, begging people are there. Therefore, sthalyaha, cooking vessels, na adhishriyante, are not kept on fire. Itina. Like if you cook, then somebody will come and ask. So therefore what? Don't cook. Do you think like this? You don't think like this. So very nice. Bhikshukaha santi. The begging people are there. Therefore sthalyaha, cooking vessels are not kept on fire. Means cooking is not done. That is not there. Nahi, it is well known. It is well known that just because beggars are there, therefore cooking is not avoided. Is it clear? Means what? Just because we have problem in the world and therefore we want to get rid of the world, that cannot be the case. With the Swami's example I gave yesterday, no? Just because I've got headache, therefore I remove the head. Nobody thinks like that. Okay. Then, nahi yukaha santi iti vastrani na paridhiyante. Yuka means lice, some insects, which sometimes come into a dress itself. The particular type of yuka generally comes to the head, but here it is dress. Some dress bugs are there. So just because they are there, therefore vastrani na paridhiyante iti na. That dress are not one. Why? Because मैं dress पहनता हूँ तो उसमें कीड़े आ जाते हैं. We do it. We just remove it. Otherwise, every now and then you see something is there on the dress. So person thinks that वो dress है तो ये आता है. So dress is there, therefore insects are there, therefore no dress. That is not our approach. नहीं मृगाः शलभाः च सन्ति इति शालयः न उप्यन्ते. Double negative. Just because the mृगाः, the animals are there, who will eat away our crop. Or shalabaha, some insects are there, which eat away. What is that particular very well known? That they come in a big group and every now and then it becomes a news item. Locust. Locust. Shalabaha. So just because they are there, therefore shalayaha, rice. Na upyante means not sown. Rice is not sown, means cultivation, agriculture of rice is not done. Why? Because there are animals, there are insects. That type of approach we don't have. We try to find out the ways how to remove those problems. We don't say, oh, therefore cooking will not be there. बोले हम भोजन करते हैं तो पेट दर्द होता है, भोजन नहीं करेंगे, ऐसा थोड़ा करते. We don't do like that. इति यथा, just as this is the case, that just because some problem is involved, therefore we don't drop the whole thing. Some people do that also, generally not done. तथा similarly, विवेकी तापत्रय भयात् न जगतः नाशम इच्छति. A thinking person does not desire the destruction of the world because of the fear of threefold affliction. Tapatraya bhayat, out of fear of threefold affliction, he does not desire the destruction of the world. Kintu, but tapatraya nivrutti matram icchati. He just desires merely the removal of threefold affliction. Iti iyam. In this manner, this is Shanka, doubt, of what? Sankhya Matanuyayinam, the followers of Sankhya view. So they must have discussed this somewhere, that why Sankhya is telling Advaita. Why do you want the Dvaita Nivrutti? You should remove the problem of Dvaita. Some if food is there, so some insect comes, you remove the insect. People, oil has, इसके अंदर this fly has gone. So you remove fly, you don't throw away the whole oil. In fact, some people will, there's also that press and put it. Fly also they will press and वो oil निकाल लेते हैं. इतना करते हैं. So they will not throw away the oil. पानी को भी फेंक देते हैं. पानी में कीड़ा है तो फेंक दो. पानी सस्ता है. So people will not know. So it is Sankhya Matanuyayinam Shanka. So Sankhya people are telling that in the world there are problems, so you remove the problems. Why do you say the world should be Dvaita Nivrutti should happen? Why you are throwing the baby with bath water? That's what in fact that is the expression. So why baby you should not throw. Bath water is okay. In fact, really it used to happen in UK or somewhere. They used to give the bath to baby and because they have some water problem or something or hot water problem. Therefore, they used to keep the baby in bath, and after bath water they will throw away because they cannot give full bath. So in some tub or something they have to put the baby, and then they have to throw the bath water. So sometimes in shortage that we do that. That the baby is kept in the tub and then baby is taken out. Then that water they use for something. Okay. So why you are doing this, throwing the baby with bath water? I said that is the Ashanka of the Sankhya. Okay. Then Adhyatmika and all these words are explained. Dukkham Adhyatmikam. Here Adhyatmikam he explains in a uh, in a grammatical way. First, Atmanam in a slightly different manner. Atmanam adhikritya vartamanam sthula sukshma shariram adhyatmam. So adhyatmam means Atmanam adhikritya, based on or related to the Atma, the self. Vartamanam, present. That which is present being related to the Atma. What is that? Sthula Sukshma Shariram Adhyatmam. Gross body and subtle body is called Adhyatma. Why? Because it is related to Atma. Related to Atma means what? It becomes the locus for Atmatva Buddhi. In that sense, Atmanam Adhikritya. Atmanam Adhikritya Vartamanam Sthula Sukshma Shariram Adhyatmam. So gross and subtle body which is present related to the body, related to the self, is called Adhyatmam. And Tataha Jayamanam. Tataha means Sthula Sukshma Sharirat Jayamanam. Adhyatma Samnitat or Adhyatma Samnakat Sthula Sukshma Sharirat Jayamanam. Dukha, Dukkadikam, Dukkha, etc. Born of this Sthula Sukshma Sharira is called Adhyatmikam. And Adipadena what? Chinta, etc. Dukkadikam Adhyatmikam. So Adhyatmikam word is Adi Atman touch pratyaya becomes Adhyatma. Atmanam adhikritya bhava. Adi Atman, then touch pratyaya, not touch pratyaya, touch pratyaya. Generally touch is there, not touch is very rarely, but I saw the touch pratyaya. Okay. Is Adhyatmika. Atmanam adhikritya bhava. That which is present related to Atma is Adhyatmika. In that case, Atma will refer to Sthula Sukshma Sharira. Then grammar based derivation we give Atmanam Adhikritya Bhava, that is Adhyatmika, directly Adhyatmika. And in that case, Atmanam will refer to Sthula Sukshma Sharira. Grammar. Okay. Then second is Adhibhutam. He gives a very simple definition. Swa Shariradi Sanghat Vyatiriktam Sat Yat Chakshurindriya Gocharam Tad Adhibhutam. What is Adhibhutam? Chakshurindriya Gocharam. Yat. That which is Tat. Tad Adhibhutam. That which is objectifiable by the organ of seeing, the eyes. And another aspect of that is Swa Shariradi Sanghata Vyatiriktam Sat, being different from the body mind sense complex, and which is the object of Chakshuradi Indriya, that is Adhibhutam. Like what? Chora Vyaghra Sarpadi. See, that is different from my own body mind sense complex, Swa Sharira. Okay? It is Sharira only. Swa Sharira. That which is different from one's own body mind sense complex and which is visible. And here visible should be understood in sense of perceptible. Because sometimes the sound comes from the opposite side. No. It is not visible, but still it is Adi Bhautika. So here, Chakshurindriya Gocharam is Chakshuradi Indriya Gocharam. Here Adi Pad would have been nice. Sometimes very difficult, then also it puts Adi. Here it put Chakshuradi. Okay? So perceptible and different from one's body mind sense complex, that is called Adhibhutam. Means all the things Sarpa Vyagradi are called Adhibhutam. Tataha Jayamanam. Born of that Adhibhuta, surrounding. We can translate as surrounding. Dukkham, this misery. Misery, Dukkadikam, misery, etc. Born of them, the surrounding or surrounding things is Adhibhautikam, Dukkham. So Adi Bhautika Dukkha is that which is born of that which is different from one's own body, mind, sense complex, and which is perceptible. Next is Adi Devikam. Swashariradi Sanghata Vyatiriktam Sat Yat Chakshurindriya Gocharam Tad Adi Devam. So that which is different from one's own body, mind, sense complex, and which is not perceptible through our organs, that is Adhideva. Natural forces we will not be able to see. Rain we can see, but rain Devata or the phenomenon of rain, that we will not see. Therefore, it is called Chakshurindriya Gocharam. So, imperceptible factors which are different from the body, mind, sense complex is Adhideva. Tataha Jayamanam Dukkham. The Dukkha which is born of that Grahadi, that Yaksha, Rakshasa, Preta, Pishacha, Graha, that is Adidevikam. Adidevam. Adidevam. And from that what is born is Adidevikam. Dukkadikam, pain, etc., born of those factors which are imperceptible, different from the body, mind, sense complex, is Adidevikam. So in that Graha has got the meaning of that particular ghost-like thing, entity which possesses the person. Alright. Now, further. एतत् त्रिविध दुःख निवृत्तिः एव सर्वैः प्रार्थ्यते. The removal of this threefold pain, suffering, eva, alone, sarvaihi prarthyate, is prayed for by all. These people want to be free from this threefold dukkha. न दुःखादन्यस्य कस्यचिदपि निवृत्तिः विवेकिभिः प्रार्थ्यते. By thinking people, the removal of anything else other than dukkha is not prayed for. Dukkhat anyasya kasyachidapi nivrutti. Removal of anything. Api is for an emphasis. Removal of anything other than dukkha is not prayed for by any thinking person. These people want only dukkha nivrutti. Like we say, no, you stay here but don't do this. So like that. So let the world stay, but only you should be free from the problems. Tasmat, therefore, Mula Vidya Sahita Jagan Nivruttau Na Kasyapi Ichha Jayate. Therefore, with regard to the removal of the word along with Mula Vidya, the fundamental primal ignorance, Kasyapi Na Jayate. The desire with regard to the removal of the word along with the primal ignorance is not born to anyone. Kasyapi. Means nobody wants the removal of this world along with avidya. If any mumukshu goes to the guru, he asks for the samsara dava nalatapa tapta. He doesn't say to you, please remove this world. In fact, the guru said, you know, when you get dana, the whole world will go. Oh, then I don't want to have this knowledge. It's opposite. If he said that Jagan Nivrutti will happen, he said, well, Guru Nivrutti, let Guru Nivrutti happen. Jagan Nivrutti Mahabhut. Guru Nivrutti Eva Bhut. Shastra Nivrutti Bhut. So, Shastra Nivrutti Bhavatu. Jnana Nivrutti Bhavatu. So, nobody wants. So, that's what Purupakshi is very strong on us. Strong footing. Okay. Iti Akshepaha. Okay. Or iti Shankate. We can connect with Shankate. Alright. Now, second. So, first part of the moksha definition, Karana Sahita or Mula Vidya Sahita Jagan Nasha, which is the first aspect of moksha definition, that is not desired by anyone. Therefore, mokshecha is not there, mumuksha is not there, adhikari is not there, anubandha chaturshta is not there. Therefore, grantharambha siddhi is not there. Now, second. न च सर्वेषां निःशेष सकल दुःख निबर्हणेच. Okay, now Purupakshi himself is imagining a question from Siddhanti and gives the answer. What he says, न च सर्वेषां निःशेष सकल दुःख निबर्हणेच्छा विद्यते समूलाज्ञान जगन्निवृत्ति मंतरा न निःशेष दुःखोच्छेदः संभवति इति अतः निःशेष दुःख निवृत्त्यन्यथानुपपत्या समूलाज्ञान जगन्निवृत्तिः अर्थात आक्षिप्यते इति वाच्यं न च वाच्यं. This doubt by you Siddhanti should not be raised. Generally, Purva Pakshi will not tell Siddhanti as Siddhanti. What Purva Pakshi, how Purva Pakshi will address Siddhanti as Purva Pakshi. But we are telling that Purva Pakshi is considering one doubt which can be raised by Siddhanti. Vastu Gatya Mui Siddhanti. And what Siddhanti will say, what type of the counter answer will be given by Siddhanti, that Purva Pakshi himself presents. And he says, Nacha Vachyam, aise bolna nahi. So what is that? From Sarvesham we have to understand. Sarvesham Nishesha Sakala Dukha Nibarhanecha Vidyate. For everybody there is Vidyate, is there. What? Icha, desire. For Nibarhana means removal, destruction of what? Sakala Dukha, all pain, all sorrow, Nishesha, without any remainder. For everybody, there is a desire for removal or destruction of all dukkhas without any remainder, without any leftover. Means people want to be free from all the dukkhas. Not that he wants to let some dukkhas, even though some people say, no, some dukkhas should be there. We, like Kunti says, that let me have dukkha. But really speaking, what she wants, she doesn't want the dukkha of separation from Krishna. She says, let me have dukkha. You know why? So that we will remember you and you will come. So she is ready to put up with small dukkha to avoid bigger dukkha. But suppose Krishna said, no, you don't have to have dukkha. Without dukkha also I will be here. Will she expect dukkha? No. In Mahabharata this comes that Kunti says, Vipadaha nasantu shashvat. Let us have problem all the time. Why? So that we have darshanam of you. Because you generally come when dukkha is there. So let us have dukkha so that you will come. It means she is not ready to put up with the dukkha of separation from Krishna. And therefore, she is ready for small dukkha to avoid big dukkha. But really speaking, her tatparyam is not in having dukkha. Tatparyam in not having the dukkha for separation. And that is why if Krishna says, hey Kunti, what are you talking? You don't have to have dukkha to have me here. I will be here only. Without dukkha also I will be here. Then Kunti said, no, then also let us have dukkha. No. It means dukkhe tatparyam nasti. Mahattara dukkha nivruttau tatparyam asti. In the removal of greater dukkha, there is a tatparyam. So even though people say, I want challenges, all, nobody wants challenges. They want the excitement of the challenges. If without challenges also you have, then okay, why should we have challenges? People want, and they think that without dukkha, without challenges, they will not have excitement. Therefore, they want excitement. So here, everybody wants all the removal of all dukkhas. Which is Swami used to say, you want to be happy. When you want to be happy, morning or afternoon or evening, all the time. And you inside the house, outside the house, or in all places, in association with your spouse or in association with your children or your brothers and all. In association with all. I want sukha all the time. And when you don't want dukkha, I never want dukkha. Therefore, Nishesa Sakala Dukkha Nibarhanecha Sarvesham Vidyate. Alright, this is one fact. And Samula Dana Jagan Nivrutti Mantara, without the removal of the world along with the primal ignorance, Samula Dana, निशेष दुःखोच्छेदः न संभवति. Complete destruction of dukkha is not possible. So Siddhanti, what he is saying, that everybody wants complete removal of dukkha, and complete removal of dukkha is not possible without the removal of the dvaita, jagat, along with its cause. Iti ataha. This being so, therefore, nishesha dukkha nivrutti anyathanupapatya. So because of otherwise untenability of the removal of all dukkhas, means without the removal of the world, since there is untenability of complete removal of dukkha, therefore samulajnana jagannivrittihi anyathanupapatya. Samulajnana jagannivrittihi, the removal of the entire world along with the primal ignorance, arthadakshipyate, is indirectly indicated, presumed, precipitated, akshipyate, iti na vachyam. In this manner, it should not be told by anyone, including Siddhanti. So, what is the doubt? The doubt to the doubt to the objection is that everybody wants complete removal of dukkha, and complete removal of dukkha is not possible without removing the world with its ignorance, with its cause, ignorance, and therefore dukkha nivritti not being possible otherwise. Therefore, samula ajnana jagan nivritti is indicated, is presumed indirectly. Artha dakshipyate means it is precipitated, arthat, indirectly, by implication, by anyathanupapatti. Arthat has got the meaning arthapatti pramanena. Akshipyate means people want complete removal of dukkha, and complete removal of dukkha is not possible without the jagan nivritti. Therefore, jagan nivritti is wanted by all. That's what it means. Iti vachyam, nacha vachyam. He said even if people don't want, but that is how they have to go for it. It is something like somebody says, oh, my infection is going up and up, and doctors say without removing your hand, it is not possible. So even though person doesn't want to remove the hand, but since without removing the hand, this infection cannot be stopped. Therefore, what? He will go for it. So similarly, this Siddhanti may object that everybody wants complete removal of dukkha. Complete removal is not possible without dvaita nivritti. And therefore, people have to have the desire for dukkha nivritti. Iti navachya. Why? Purvapakshi gives very simple turn answer. He said, Artanam dhanvantaryadika krita ayurvedokta vaishadya sevanat. Jvaradi roga hetuka dukkha kshaya darshanat. Nacha vachya. Why? Because we are seeing the removal of problems without the removal of the dvaitam. How? He says, Artanam, for people who are afflicted by disease, Dhanvantariyadi Kruta Ayurvedokta Bhaishajya Sevanat, by consuming, taking Bhaishajya, medicine, Ukta, prescribed by or prescribed in Ayurveda, which is Kruta, which is composed by Dhanvantari, etc. Dhanvantari, Shushruta, Charaka. So by taking the medicine prescribed in the Ayurveda, ज्वरादि रोग हेतु का दुख क्षय दर्शना Nachavacyam because of the observation darshana. What? Dukkha kshaya, the removal of dukkha, hetuka caused by jvaradi roga, the disease such as fever, etc. In simple words, that your contention, Purvapakshi is telling your contention that the dukkha nivrutti cannot happen without jagan nivrutti is not correct. I have got jvara, then I can take medicine. I don't have to remove the dvaita prapancha to remove my jvara. So without removing the jvara, removing the world along with its ignorance, I can get rid of my problem. I can get rid of my dukkha caused by jvaradi by taking medicine. Jagannivriti is not required. So here, one adhyatmika dukkha nivrutti is suggested. Adhyatmika dukkha nivrutti without destroying the world. One more. भोजनेन क्षुज्जन्य दुःख निवृत्तेः सर्वानुभव सिद्धत्वाच्च. Again, it should go back to Nachavachyam. And since it is established by the experience of all, what? Nivrutti, Dukkha Nivrutti, the removal of the Dukkha, Chujjanya, born of hunger, Bhojanena, by eating, the removal of sorrow, born of hunger, with the help of eating, is Sarvanubhava Siddha. It is established, well known, or established by all experiences. Therefore, also Nachavachya. I don't have to remove the world to remove the pain born of hunger. If I remove the word, my pain will not go. Because I am hungry and the word disappears. So problem हो जाएगा. The word should be there. So word removal is not required to remove the dukkha. My dukkha goes away by taking this food. I don't require Jagannasha. Okay. In fact, I require Jagannatha Prasada. So, not Jagannasha, I don't require. Ithameva. In the same manner, tattat pratikarena. By removing that various things, tattat dukkha nivrutti sambhave. And tattat we can take is Adi Bhautika Adi Devika. Tattat Sarpa Vyagradi and Pishachadi pratikarena by removal or by driving away those various things which are causing pain. Tattat pratikarena. Tattat refers to Vyagra, Sarpa, Graha, pratikarena, resistance. Means by driving them away. Tattat dukkha nivrutti sambhave sati. Since there is a possibility of the removal of those various dukkhas born of those factors. Therefore, samula dana jagan nivrutti mantarena api. Without the removal of the world along with the primal ignorance also dukkha nivrittehe sambhavitatva. Since the removal of the dukkha is possible, therefore what? Nacha vachyam. Don't say that to remove the dukkha you have to remove the world. So without removing the world, we are seeing that our dukkha is going away. So you have to take care of those respective factors by the respective remedies. And therefore, na apekshate, we need not go connect with Nachavachyam. He himself is the Hetuman. Na apekshate dukkha nivrutyartham samulagdana jagan nivrutti. Which is told in the Nachavachyam. So even if we connect with it, it's okay. But he himself gives separately Hetuman. Therefore what? Dukkha nivrutyartham samulagdana jagan nivrutti na apekshate. Therefore, for the removal of dukkha, the removal of the world along with the primal ignorance is not expected. Tasmat, therefore, moksha lakshana ghataka samuladana jagan nivrutti rupe visheshanam se na kasyapi ichha jayeta. The second objection regarding Prathama Amsha only. Therefore, means the above mentioned reason that without the Jagan Nivrutti also Dukkha can go. Therefore, Moksha Lakshana Ghataka Samuladhana Jagan Nivrutti Rupe Visheshanamshe in the adjective part in the form of the removal of the world along with primal ignorance, which is the part of the definition of moksha. With regard to that, Jagan Nivritti Rupa Visheshanamsha, the adjective part in the form of the removal of the world with primal ignorance, which is the first part of the component of the definition of moksha, na kasyapi ichcha jayeta. Anyone will not have desire with regard to that Visheshanamsha. So he gave two reasons. Visheshanamamshe kasyapi ichcha nasti. The first reason is that everybody wants only dukkha. Dukkha nivrutti, not dukkha. Dukkha nivrutti. Everybody wants dukkha nivrutti only. Nobody wants jagan nivrutti. And if you say that without jagan nivrutti, dukkha nivrutti is not possible, that is not correct. Because we are experiencing that without jagan nivrutti also, dukkha nivrutti is happening. And nobody has the desire for the Jagan Nivrutti, everybody has got desire for Dukkha Nivrutti only. Therefore, the first part of the moksha, that Samula Dana Jagan Nivrutti Upalakshita, that part of the moksha definition is not proper. Because nobody has desire for that. So, for a person to be adhikari, he has to have mumuksha. And mumuksha is moksha. And ichha for Jagan Nivrutti Rupa moksha is not possible. Therefore, what? Moksha is not possible. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti not possible. Adhikari is not possible. And now, Sukha Prapti, second part of the moksha definition. There also there is a problem, which we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति।